Okay, so there are a ton of AI tools popping up everywhere, right? But the one we're digging into today, well, it's got a bit of a rebellious streak. Meet Grok, an AI that's being pitched as way more than just another helpful assistant.
So you're probably thinking, great, just another AI chatbot. And honestly, that's a fair question. But the short answer is nope, not even close. And the why is what makes this so interesting.
And this slide, this really lays it all out. On one hand, you've got your typical AI, kind of stuck in the past, right? Trained on a fixed set of data. But on the other side, you have Grok. It's plugged directly into the live, buzzing, sometimes chaotic world of the X platform. That gives it this witty, unfiltered personality. And here's the kicker. It's not designed to dodge the spicy topics. Nope, it's built to chase after what its creators are calling maximum truth.
All right, so here's the game plan for this explainer. We're going to kick things off with what makes Grok a rebel. Then we'll see how it can be your new AI sidekick and a secret weapon for coders. We'll even touch on its image skills, and this is crucial, how to master the prompt to get the best out of it. And finally, we'll zoom out and look at the bigger picture. First up, let's talk about Grok's identity. Because Grok isn't just some boring tool. It's literally engineered to have a personality. And that completely changes the game when you're interacting with it.
So what is Grok, really? Well, it's an AI from Elon Musk's XAI, and it's basically a mashup of three awesome things: a witty, sometimes sarcastic personality, super fast reasoning, and its absolute killer feature, the ability to pull real-time info straight from X. What does that mean for you? It means its answers aren't just smart, they're fresh off the press.
Okay, so with that personality in mind, let's see how it actually works as this powerful all-around sidekick. This is where we get into the nitty-gritty, the day-to-day stuff where Grok's versatility really shines.
I mean, if you're a writer or content creator, oh man, Grok is a total powerhouse. You can tell it to whip up a 1,500-word blog post, spit out some punchy headlines, boil down a long article into 5 key points. You can even ask it to write in the style of your favorite author or just rewrite something to be a whole lot funnier. It's like having a creative partner on speed dial 24/7. And it's not just for creatives either. For all you business folks, you can use it to poke holes in a new idea, sketch out a quick business plan, brainstorm ways to get new customers, or even draft up a comparison of your competitors. It's an incredible strategic tool.
All right, let's switch gears to something a little more specialized. For all the developers out there, listen up. Grok is being talked about as a secret weapon, something that can seriously put your workflow into overdrive.
So why is it so good for coding?
Well, it's a whole bunch of things. First, it's got that real-time web access, so you're not dealing with outdated libraries. Huge plus. It can also run Python code right there in the chat. And get this, it's multimodal. That's a fancy way of saying you can literally take a screenshot of an error message, feed it to Grok, and ask, hey, what's wrong with this? How cool is that? And this breaks down the whole workflow beautifully. It's a really simple back and forth process. You just describe your problem, Grok suggests some code, you tweak your request a bit, Grok runs it live, and you check your results. This super tight feedback loop makes debugging and building stuff incredibly fast. Okay, so we've covered text and code. But Grok is also making a splash with its image generation. And there's a really fascinating little story behind how it pulls this off. Yeah, you can feed Grok a prompt, and it will create these really amazing, complex images. It's a super powerful feature, opens up all kinds of creative doors, but it does make you wonder, so who's the artist here? I mean, who really created the image? Did XAI build some revolutionary new image model from the ground up, or is something else going on behind the scenes? Well, it turns out the answer was right there in front of us the whole time. People who are paying close attention notice that when you generate an image, the tool itself tells you where it came from. So yeah, there was no big secret. So what's happening is that Grok is basically being a smart front end for another powerful tool. The actual heavy lifting for the images is being done by something called Flux, which is this really impressive open source model from a group called Black Forest Labs. It's a perfect example of how collaborative the whole AI world is right now. Okay, this next part is maybe the most important takeaway. Whether you're asking for text, code, or an image, the quality of what you get back depends entirely on one thing: the quality of what you put in. We're talking about mastering the art of the prompt. So what makes a great prompt? It really boils down to 3 simple things. First, clarity. Grok needs to know exactly what you want. Second, context. Give it some background info to improve the accuracy. And third, constraints. Tell it the tone, the style, the format you're looking for.
And you can see the difference right here, clear as day. A prompt like write a blog post about marketing is basically a shot in the dark. You have no idea what you'll get. But look at the other one. You give Grok a role. Act as a professional business consultant, a clear topic, a word count, and a tone. And suddenly you're getting something 1,000 times better. Same thing with coding. The more detail you give, the better the solution you get back.
All right, let's pull back and look at the big picture for a second. Because tools like Grok aren't just fun toys. They represent a massive shift in how business gets done, and they're giving us a peek into our future. You know, AI is fast becoming something you just have to have in business. It can help automate tasks to save money, it provides real-time data so leaders can make smarter calls, and ultimately, it creates this huge competitive advantage for anyone who really learns how to use it right. The big ideas that are going to shape the next 10 years of business, they're not just being dreamed up in boardrooms anymore. They're being built right now in AI research labs like these, where these models are learning to solve bigger and bigger problems.
And this quote just nails it, doesn't it? AI isn't just a nice-to-have tech investment anymore. It's quickly becoming the dividing line between leading your industry and getting left in the dust. So we'll leave you with this final thought. The transformation, it's not coming, it's already here. The only question left is how fast will leaders jump on board and embrace this new reality?